everybody. Thank you, and welcome to what was once me doing a new one-person show a month, but then I took a sabbatical because a woman ruined me. That's the closest I could come to describing my fucking big boo. To describing why it's down, but so this is kind of like the preliminary thing that I give before I do any of these shows. I say I've been doing these like once a month. I have not been doing these once a month for the past 3, but I wrote the one last month. I just didn't do it. So these are just me kind of testing stuff out. This is more of a workshop than it is a show, and I thank you so much for coming out. You know, some of these shows, they're gonna be good, and I've had some good ones, and some of them are gonna be bad, and I've had some like...
Springsteen.
That was not a bad one. So, and this one, who knows what it's gonna be? That's up for you guys to decide in your heads. But thank you so much for coming out, and I'll be back in a moment. I'm just gonna leave and then come back for Yes, be quiet, okay? I'm going to. Alright, I'll get to you. Jesus Christ. Would you shut up? Alright, I don't know. Sorry about that. Hi. I'm alive. I know, contrary to the title of this show, I'm dead. But I'm alive, but the people who you will be seeing perform tonight are not. Some of you may not, nobody knows this about me, but I am what you would call a medium. I can talk to those who are dead. Calm down. All right? And a lot of you are probably thinking like, Alan, there's no way that if this was ability that you had, you wouldn't talk to people about it. You wouldn't tell anybody about it. Well, you know, it's one of the few things that I've ever kept private in my life because it's something that's difficult. All right? It's something that's difficult to deal with. And tonight, I am not going to be telling my stories because I've done that before. I've told my story, and I've told my stories many, many times. But tonight, it's time for them. So, I am merely the stage for which they will be performing on. Telling what they want you to know, what they want you to hear. So, without further ado, let's get Michael. Yeah, Michael Walsh. There's no way I'm letting Michael Peters out here. So, right, okay. How you folks doing? My name is Michael Peters. I'm 56 years old, and or at least I was 56 years old by the time that I had passed on. There's something that I wanted to say, is that people, when I was alive, looked their age. All the people I see walking around now, if they're 56, they look like they're 36. They're 70, they look like they're 50. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's you guys don't smoke as much. Maybe it's that you eat better. Maybe it's just that life is a little bit easier. You know? My mom always says, stress will age you. Well, it sure as hell aged us. You guys look younger than probably any generation that's ever been existent. But
going to talk to you about something tonight, probably one of the most powerful forces in the world. Love. It's a story of love. So, I've loved before. Love's probably one of the few things that I've never regretted doing, even when I probably should have. See, I was born in Dublin, raised in Dublin, and Dublin wasn't too kind to folks such as myself, and I heard little flutters, and those flutters from little butterflies that there's a place in the States might be a little bit kinder, might be a little bit keener to me. So, at the age of 23, I packed up and I moved to San Francisco. You can probably see where I'm going with this, but you know, I had a good time in my 20s in a new place, living it up, and many different partners here and there until I met one, Marco. Most beautiful man you'll ever see in your entire life, I swear to God. He looked like Clark Gable, but handsomer, you know? And things were good, except when they weren't, you know? He's kind to me. Big hulking man, could hold me in his arms, call me his Irish flower. And, you know, cheesy as it might sound. And usually I don't like people calling me something so delicate, because you know, I've been in fights before. I've taken a tooth or two, alright? But there's something about him, you know, to him I was like paper. He could do with me what he wanted, put anything on me, and I was there for it. He's my vulnerability. So, as I said, things would be good and then they wouldn't be. He'd make me feel like I was the only person in the entire room, make me feel better than I'd ever felt in my entire life. Other times he'd be cold and mean, and I wouldn't know what to do, because you put so much on another person and their value in you, and when that seems to disappear, you are crippled. But he'd always come back, he'd always say something, the right thing, I need to hear at the right time. And there's one instance, we're at a pub, and drinking, he just lays his head on the table. And I'm nudging him, trying to get him to get up. And he's not moving. So I decide, I'm going to play a little trick. And I take a piece of ice from my drink and I put it down the back of his neck. And he jumps right up. The exact response that I wanted. You know, wasn't the smartest prank in the book, but it did the job. So then he looks me right in the eye and he says, promise not to hold it against me tomorrow, what I'm about to do. And that usually means, oh, he's going to say something sweet. It's going to be something nice. Oh, it's going to make it a little more difficult for us, you know, in this grey area that we tended to live in. And then I just say, beaming out from it. And that's when he punches me directly in the mouth. I just look at him, burst into tears, and I just say, why? Why? And I'd like to tell you that I ended it then. That I stopped loving him then, but I didn't. But I didn't. The only thing that stopped that from happening anymore was World War II. God bless it. God. Got caught behind enemy lines and was killed. So so strange being grateful for somebody killing the person that you love rather than you escape when you know that you couldn't, especially if that person's Nazi. But as I said, love is the most powerful thing in the world. But absolute power corrupts absolutely. Oh wow. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. I didn't want to start you off with something so depressing. But it happens. Let's keep it rolling. How about a poem?
Yeah.
Great. Let's talk to Charlotte Randall. Yeah? Cool. Now Charlotte, she was of the beatnik era. And let's just say a lot of things. Okay, fine. I will not. All right. Yes, thank you, Alan. Let a woman speak. Hi. Excuse me. Thank you. Hi, my name is Charlotte. I'm what they would call a beat Nicole. So the intellectuals of the time decided with their little sophomoric humor. But as you might have guessed, it was not as accepting to women at the time. No, frankly, a lot of the men decided that women were only good as sexual objects, save their mothers, and an argument could be made for that as well. So in response, a poem that I never got to share, I wrote, and I would like to share with all of you tonight. And it is, thank you very much, thank you. It is titled something that is meant to cut them to their very pride. The poem is titled Big Dick. Big dick, pig dick. Thick dick, sick dick. Tall dick, small dick. Night dick, white dick. French dick, bench dick. Toad dick, chode dick. Nice dick, twice dick. 10 dick, friend dick. Hi dick, why dick? Begin dick. Win dick. Chef dick. Breath dick. Stop dick. Pop dick. Half dick, calf dick. Knife dick, wife dick. Door dick, floor dick. Drive dick, 5 dick. Butt dick, what dick? Scare dick, where dick? Show dick, no dick. Fun dick, done dick. Thank you very much.
something within me that I was never able to fully express while alive. And all of you know. All of you have been oppressed at some point in your life. And that sometimes art is the only way to express oneself, to combat it. Even though it won't do anything in the long run, it might do something to free yourself. It might do something to free another. So, before I go, could you all please publicly shame Alan because he refuses to watch the final episode of the Amazon TV show The Boys, and I would like to see what happens. I cannot operate a computer myself, being incorporeal and beholden to if he ever lets a spirit like me possess him. Because we don't have control over that. He has control over that. Again. How apt. But please, as soon as I leave, hiss at him like you are snakes and he is a mouse. Thank you. Oh, okay. No, you don't have to do that. I'm not gonna walk. No, stop! Stop, please! Please, that's not a hiss noise. I'm not gonna watch something again because somebody else wants to watch it. Alright. She wasn't there when I had watched the first time. It's not my fault. I'm not beholden. You don't have to keep hissing. I'm not beholden to the dead's needs, alright? I do what I can. I'm gonna watch things on my own time. Maybe I'll watch it again and she can witness. But as she was saying, they're not.
Oh. Well, look what we have here. Oh. My grandson thinks that he's so
Grandma, please, do not.
Oh no, you're gonna cork up. Okay? It's my time to talk. So, my grandson's a little prankster, huh? My name's Dolores Watson, formerly Dolores Falls. And I'm here to answer any questions that you have about my son, any secrets that you want to know that I might know, and I will answer to the best of my knowledge. So, feel free, anyone. Yes.
Why did only women come to the show?
Very good question. It's probably due to Alan's relationship with his father, and that he's less comfortable around men, and he's friends with a lot of women. And yeah, I think that's about it. That would be my best guess in that situation. Anyone else? Yeah.
Wow, what specifically didn't he like about his relationship with his father?
What did he not like about his relationship, or what did I not like? Because there's plenty of things I didn't like about it.
Such as?
The way that he treated his mother, his apathy, the apathy towards his children. He didn't really pay attention to his kids that much and was kind of just focused on his own life, very selfish man. But do you want to know his issues or my issues? His? Pretty much everything that I just said. I see another question over here.
Is there a favorite memory you have of him from a child that's very embarrassing and can be used against him?
Be very embarrassing against him. Well, I don't know if this is certainly embarrassing. He, all the time, I had this tin. I had this tin in my apartment, and that said butter cookies on it. And he would go to open it all the time, and inside would just be spools of thread. And he'd take them out one by one, looking for cookies inside, and would not be able to find them at all. And there's also the time I debated him about loving Jesus. And I was like, you should love Jesus. He goes, I'm not gonna love Jesus, that's stupid. He goes, cork up, which is a thing that I would say. Tell him to cork up. I love Jesus. I go, you can't love Jesus. I go, I can love Jesus. And that's about the extent of it. It was just me saying I could love Jesus and him saying that you can't love Jesus, back and forth. But mostly he was just also a selfish little prick as a child. Any other questions? Yes.
At what age did Alan stop sucking his thumb?
10 years old. Stop sucking at 10 years old. You'd also bite his shirts right here. Many a shirt is ruined. From him just chewing and sucking on the collars of his shirts. I do know that the reason why he stopped sucking his thumb is because he fell asleep in class one time. And every time that he fell asleep, he would be sucking his thumb. And when he woke up from his little nap, one of the other students said, "Were you sucking your thumb?" And he goes, "No." And he told his mom, "I'm done sucking my thumb. I'm never going to do it again." And then he stopped. That's it. So, any other questions?
Tell us about the banana.
What? That's a different story for a different time. That's not one for me to tell, because I wasn't there. I don't look at his perverted stuff, and there's perverted stuff he does.
I want to know about the
I've heard.
banana now.
Well, he tried to put a frozen banana in his mouth. Most people in this room know about that. Including me. Because I didn't see him do it, but I heard him talk about it. He talks about it like it's a badge of honor. Truly. Did you have a question?
What's the cutest thing about Alan?
That he's nicer than you think he is.
Aww.
Because he comes off like a dick. Well, that's about it. Okay, fucking thank you, Grandma. That's my Grandma Dee Dee, everybody. You don't need to applaud her. She's a stronger spirit than a lot of them. That's the whole thing. There's some that are stronger and some that are other. I can usually keep a lot of them at bay, but sometimes it's difficult. Forget. Let's just go on to meet Kendra.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, hello. My name is Kendra Buteau, and guess how I died? Guess.
Scissors.
No. Absolutely not. Anybody?
Whipping? Whipping?
Huh?
Whipping.
Whipping? No. What was that?
Syphilis?
No, thank you. I am a lady. Drowning. Ooh, good guess, but you are so very wrong.
You were walking down a catwalk and your heel snapped off of your heels and then you fell off the stage.
Oh, very specific, but also wrong. Does nobody have a correct guess? It is either very vague or very specific.
Someone definitely murdered you.
What was that?
Someone definitely murdered you.
I don't think so. What else? Who else? Guess how I died.
Car accident.
Car accident. No.
A fire.
A fire. Ooh, that is also a good guess, but it is not an accurate one. Who else has a guesstimate?
Frozen pond.
Suicide.
Frozen pond.
Frozen banana.
Frozen banana. Also not. I was there for that, but it is not how I died. Frozen pond. Also no. Can we get more specific guesses, please?
That's not me. Falling
Clue.
bicycle. Hint.
Clue.
You slit your wrists.
Oh.
Yes. Well, I was going to do a whole song and dance about it, but you just ruined it and sucked the fun out of the entire room. So, no, thank you. Well, great, thank you. She prepared very hard and long for that song. She wants me to tell you that she was almost on Off-Broadway one time. Well, let's just move on in to our next guest. Hello, my name is Theodore Cambry. I go by Theodore. Do not call me Theo because my name was a gift that was given to me on my birthday. And I here have a bone to pick with everybody because everybody should be grateful for the work that I've done. Okay? Because it was me and others that are like me that paved the way for all your precious little superhero movies. Cause, oh, I read comic books. I read comic books back when there was not cool to read comic books, alright? I got beat up, I got called all the names, and you know how frustrating it is to see carbon copies of all of the people who bullied me are lining up around the block to see these pictures? I will say it's one of the greatest things in the world. One of the only positive things about being dead is that you can see whatever movies you want. But it gets me so frustrated. Seeing all of these people who shouldn't like the things that I like. Because they didn't like these things before. Or at least the people that look like them. Maybe they had to hide it. I don't know. I like fantasy, whatever. I like it because you get to see people that are stronger than they should be, that are standing up to bullies. And now the bullies like the things that the people who are standing up to bullies. It's the most confusing thing in the entire world. It feels like everything in my life was for naught. And I'm standing around naked all the time because, oh, that's the thing that you need to know. When you die, if you come back, you look how you looked when you died. Because I died in the tub. And guess what? There's no fucking ghost stores that you could buy a goddamn robe. I'm just walking around naked and frustrated all the time. You gotta have other ghosts going, oh, look at that guy, he's naked. Well, I'm like, well, you've got a stab wound in you. It's different. I fell asleep in a bathtub.
Was the water warm?
This is not a question and answer. But yes, the water was warm. And yes, I peed. You gotta. If it's warm in a hot, please. Who here hasn't peed in a hot tub before? If you say you haven't peed in a hot tub, I'll show you a liar. Or somebody who's never been in a hot tub before. Very enlightening, Theodore. Yes, that's true. Everybody who's dead, I
have to see them. They look like how they did when they die. It's very jarring when you're a 3-year-old, but you tend to get used to it. Let's just keep the ball rolling. And Donnie,
Oh, hello. My name's Donny PP. I know what you're thinking. How'd you get this name? Okay. Well, alright, so I was a bit of a muscle back in the day. I worked for the Cray twins, who kind of ran London at the time. And me and my mate Guinness was in this pet shop. We was muscling somebody down quick for the protection money. And I was holding a crowbar, my weapon of choice at the time. Because, you know, you got to earn your name. And I was really trying to get my name to be Donny Crowbar. As you can see, that did not work out too well for me. Guinness got his name because that's all he fucking drank. It just takes one person going, "Oi, that's what you are, and that's what you are for the rest of your life." Labels, they last, does not matter. From kindergarten to the day that you fucking die. So, we was in this pet shop, me with my crowbar, me itching to use it, trying to get my goddamn name. And days in a heated argument. This is my first time, you know. Never been in one of these situations before because Guinness is taking a lead. So, I'm standing there, nervous as all hell, and I hear a squawk from a fucking cockatiel that's right next to me. And then this scares the living piss out of me, and I take that literally because I pissed myself right where it stood. And I shouted, "Ah!" And making a sound, the same sound as a fucking cockatiel, and then that causes Guinness in the pet shop owner, who's scared out of his fucking life that he's going to be dying, looking at me, and then they just start breaking down crying because I'm wearing tan slacks. So what that means is you can clearly see that I pissed myself. I try to say, "Oh, the bird knocked down water." They go, "Where's the water that the bird has?" But the bird didn't have any water in the cage. Something that should have been reported about that pet shop, honestly. Now never spoke. So I stopped pissing myself, and after that, Donny PP catches on. There's nothing you can do about it. It's a funny name. Nothing travels better than a funny name is the one thing I fucking learned in my life. But that's just a little about me. What I'm here to talk to you about is read more. Legitimately, read more. Most people don't. This guy doesn't. He'll just sit watching garbage on the telly, you know. And telly's nice, but it's a difference between, you know, being fed story and feeding yourself story. What's going to stick with you more? I love to read. This is just a side question. Anybody happen to be on page 427 of Anna Karenina here? No? I was reading it when I died and I just want to fucking finish it. That's all. Alright. Fine. But it's one thing that I will say. Whatever this is, it's dodgy, you know? I can read, yeah, but I've got to read at the same pace as, and the same books that somebody else is reading. And I just want it to end, because there's one thing that I've noticed is that this, of my existence, is not the end. There's something after the afterlife. I don't know what it is. Is it heaven, hell, incarnation, or fucking just a displacement of all the energy that we have here? Who knows? I hope there's some sort of repentance for the things that we've done. Or I hope that there's none whatsoever. I hope that this is the only repentance that I have to do.
But the final thing I will say is that if you are reading something, take your time. Because you don't know who else is reading it, and you might be quicker than they are. And then they're going to have to start reading in used context because it's just going to take more time for them, and then maybe they'll give up and then just go to somebody else in the library. That's all. Oh, okay. Oh, God. Well, this is exhausting, guys. It takes a lot out of you, letting these people project through you, hence the scotch that I've been drinking. And calm down, alright? Maybe if there's another one of these. I do what I can to help them, to let them speak their minds, let them put out what they want the world to hear. But it's a lot. Sometimes you just kind of tune it out. It's kind of like how pretty much everybody looks at the homeless. You know? You see these folks every day that are in need of help, but you're like, if I spend all my time helping them, then I'm gonna just end up being like that. Forgotten. I mean, we all may not be homeless one day, but we're all gonna die. We're all gonna be forgotten. And then what will be left is the living. And then they'll die, and then they'll be forgotten. So, I guess the best that we can do is just enjoy what we have right now. Live our lives. Don't hurt others in the process. Do things that are good without making others feel bad. So, for the dead, I say rest in peace. And for the living, I say live in fun.